Welcome to the introductory video for the Groups tool in Desire to Learn, brought to you by UWM's Learning Technology Center. In this video you'll be introduced to using groups in D2L. Groups are often used in larger courses to break students up into smaller groups so that they can turn in assignments together using a group Dropbox and have their own discussions using group-aligned discussions. In order to divide your students up into groups on D2L, you'll need to first select the groups from the navigation bar. Once you click on groups, you're in a section called Manage Groups. At this screen, you'll see under Categories that you have not defined any groups. To create a new group, click on New Category. This will bring up the New Category window. You need to give the category a name, as the red X next to the category indicates that you must name this. Give it a name as simple as discussion groups, but just make sure that it's something that you know what it is, and if you have more than one group, make sure that it aligns with the specific assignment that the group was created for. The description isn't very important necessarily. The other choices below are probably the most important for setting up groups. Under enrollment type, you'll see that the choices are the number of groups with no auto-enrollments, the groups of a certain number of students, a certain number of groups, and also groups of a certain number where students self-enroll and a number of groups where students self-enroll. You can have D2L automatically divide students up if you choose groups of number or number of groups. Doing so will randomize the selection of students to groups. However, you can also choose to select no auto-enrollments or self-enrollments if you don't want D2L to divide up the groups. So whether we choose number of groups or groups of number, you'll either see number of groups with a red asterisk or number of users with a red asterisk. This is a spot where you need to enter either the number of groups you want to have or the number of students you want per group. Below that, you'll see Group Options, which has auto-enroll new users and randomize users and groups. If you want new users to be auto-enrolled, which we would recommend especially at the beginning of the semester, as that way if new students add the course they'll automatically be enrolled, you'll want to click auto-enroll new users. If you want the users randomized in groups, make sure you click randomize users in groups. Below this, in Create Workspace, you'll see Set up discussion area, set up locker, and set up Dropbox. To create a discussion topic for group work, you'll need to check the box next to set up discussion area. Once you click create, you will then have to give more information on exactly how you want to set up your discussion group. The locker is essentially a storage space for students and not very often used for group work because locker items are visible only to students, not you as an instructor. However, you might want to set up a Dropbox, which is further discussed in a separate video, if you are creating groups for a project where the students will be turning in an assignment as a group. All group members will then have access to the same Dropbox. Please note that you are not able to change Dropboxes to individual Dropboxes, so make sure that you want to have a group Dropbox before selecting this option. And as you can see, we've now created our discussion group. There are 4 groups with members of 3, 2, 2, and 3. And if you click on each group, you can see the individuals that make up that group. Thank you for viewing our introductory video on D2L groups. Please remember this is just an introduction to groups. An in-depth documentation is available to you on the My homepage under Need Help Using D2L when you first log in. If you have any questions about groups or any other D2L tool, please contact the UWM Learning Technology Center at ltc@uwm.edu or by phone at 414-229-4319.